Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Akshay and welcome back to the Red Devils podcast. A very sad morning for Man United fans. Last night we lost to Real Sociedad at home ground at Old Trafford 1-0. I mean, that's a very disappointing thing to start your day as a Man United fan. But to be honest, if you have seen that match, you know that wasn't a bad performance by Man United players. I mean, the players have been, everyone on Twitter and on Instagram, they're blaming the players. But I don't think so. That was a very bad performance because if you look at it, Ten Hag had to, rotate the squad. There was no other option for him because we lacked the depth in midfield. Donny van de Beek was not fit. Casemiro played the first time he played the 90 minutes, and I think Casemiro did quite well. Everyone is blaming Casemiro that he shouldn't start. He is not up to the level he was, but I think he played really well. He defended the back four. He made some very good passes across the game, and there were some sloppy passes from Casemiro. I agree, but still, I don't think you should blame one player. I'm not blaming one player because unfortunately. We won 4 games in a row in the Premier League, and everyone was like going berserk. Okay, Man United are back. And just before I did that Arsenal game, I uploaded that video, and I said this in that video. You can check that. I said we nearly win those matches against Southampton, Leicester. They were just 1-0 game. So we were doing better defensively, but you can't just put that on the team and say, okay, they are playing great. Because we weren't playing great. They were good matches, but they were not clinical matches. So what I observed last night, we needed a little bit of creativity in the midfield, and that was the reason. Eriktenhag wanted De Jong, because there was no other person besides Christian Eriksen who could pass on the ball to the front three. And man, Christian Eriksen played amazing. I mean, definitely we didn't score anything. The penalty that was given to Real Sociedad was simply that was a joke of a VAR. I mean, nobody in their right mind will give that a penalty to any footballing team, because first the ball struck on his leg. When David Silva hit it, it struck on his leg, and then it deflected to his hand. You can't just give that a penalty. I don't think so. That's a penalty. Maybe some of you will. I don't. That's my opinion. I don't agree with it. And as far as the defensive errors are concerned, I was not happy with the back four. I was clearly not happy with the back four. But unfortunately, Erik Ten Hag can't play Martinez and Varane every single game. He has to rotate the squad. He has to do something about it. And clearly, I mean, if this is Harry Maguire's fault, or I don't think Harry Maguire played bad last night. to be honest, I think he's still he doesn't deserve to wear the armband. I still believe that he doesn't have that leadership to lead this team. But still, he didn't play bad last night. But maybe there's some sort of fault in his stars that. Harry Maguire, whenever wears that armband and leads the Man United team, and the team plays like shit. That was very disappointing to see, because I don't believe Harry Maguire played bad. And some of the decisions made by Erik Ten Hag surprised me. I mean, when in the second half he played Victor Lindelof at the right back, that was abysmal. Victor Lindelof couldn't do anything on the right wing. I honestly thought that Wan-Bissaka would get the chance, because it's Europa League. We need to rest Dello, but Dello started. But still, I thought Wan-Bissaka will get his chance. But maybe Erik Ten Hag wasn't ready to give Wan-Bissaka his shot at trying something different on the field. And Victor Lindelof played very poorly, but you can't blame him. It's the right back position, and he is not prepared for that. And Martinez, when came, the game was already lost. I'm not blaming the VAR. I'm not blaming the penalty spot kick. I mean, of course, you can't blame De Gea for that. Many people are trolling and abusing De Gea on Twitter. That's very disappointing to say. I mean, if you look at the game, if you have a like 5% of footballing sense, you can't blame David De Gea for that. Did I'm forgetting the name. Did Real Sociedad scored any other goal? Did they had any other shot on the goal? No, they didn't. They were those 11 sort of players who couldn't do shit about our defense. We didn't play back line, we didn't play the high line from the back because it was Harry Maguire, it wasn't Varane, and maybe there was some errors in communication and miss passes and but still I don't think so that the four back, the Dalot, Maguire, Malacia, I don't think so. Even Casemiro, I don't think so. They played bad. The defensive line was pretty much okay because you can't. The whole throughout the 90 minutes game, you can't see the Real Sociedad players scaring Man United defense. There wasn't. They just got one. They just got lucky with that one penalty spot kick, and they they utilized it. That's it. That was an abysmal reaction from the referee, idiotic decision. For me, that was a joke of a VAR. So I don't really, and in fact, I'm not even really blaming the VAR thing because even after that spot kick, I think we had 25 to 30 minutes. We had 25 to 30 minutes to level up, but we couldn't. Utilize the players. I mean, like I said, some decisions by Eriktenhag surprised me. He started Fred as a central attacking midfielder. That was a joke of a decision. You can't. I mean, I understand you can't play Bruno Fernandes every single game, 90 minutes, and you needed Eriksen on the side. I understand that, but the passes that Fred was making, they actually showed his limitations as a midfielder. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He can run around, he can make tackles, he can push other people, but he can't create something. That was pretty much clear from the last night's performance. Fred can't create. He was scoring like a lunatic and he was running up and down, and that wasn't the job of a central attacking midfielder. So that disappointed me. And unfortunately, Van de Beek, this was the perfect game for Van de Beek, but he wasn't well to start the game, and that somehow again pissed me off. Why are these players getting knocks like I don't even want to use any examples now, but seriously, this is very disappointing when you are watching a match and you want some of your players who wants a game time, and when they get their game time, they bloody pick up a knock, or they are physically not fit, or they are carrying something. That's very idiotic. I really thought that he should have gone with some other academy graduate who could have played for at least like 45 minutes in the attacking midfielder. I mean, of course, that's not an option. I'm not a manager. I'm not stating this outright that I'm better than Ten Hag, but definitely Fred wasn't an option. Playing Fred as an attacking midfielder and then in second half playing Victor Lindelof as the right back was one of the weirdest decisions by Erik ten Hag in this campaign. And when we are talking about players who couldn't perform well last night, let's talk about Ronaldo. Many people are I saw last night many people are trolling De Gea, many people are trolling Harry Maguire, Casemiro, even Ronaldo, that these players are just not good enough for Man United. I may agree to some extent with Harry Maguire, but because Erik ten Hag has made this pretty clear that he's going to be a bench player and he's going to be a backup centre back, so I'm okay with it. But as far as De Gea, Casemiro and Ronaldo are concerned, these people who are trolling these players are just like buffoons. They have no idea how football is, how tactically football is played on the field. And when you are making these sort of claims that you are way smarter than Ten Hag and Ronaldo is now old and Ronaldo needs to go, there was not one shot, there was not one pass to Cristiano Ronaldo so that he can create something out of nothing. Nobody gave him a shot, nobody gave him a pass, nobody made an amazing sort of assist to Ronaldo. There was just one header. I think he should have scored that header, but still, that was a 90-minute game, and there was no clear-cut passes, there was no clear-cut assist for Ronaldo. So how is it possible for him to score? Last year we saw that there was no creativity in the midfield. Bruno Fernandes lost his edge, and everyone was blaming the strikers. Everyone was blaming Ronaldo, Martial, Sancho. But that is the bloody problem in the Man United midfield. You don't have creators. The moment Eriksen got substituted and Bruno Fernandes was playing right up front and Fred was there to support him, Fred couldn't even give a single pass to Bruno Fernandes. And that was a big of a joke of a midfield, because you don't have backup. You don't have a backup for Bruno Fernandes. You don't have a backup for Christian Eriksen. All you have is Scott McTominay and Fred. And even if he had played Scott McTominay in that role, I don't think so he's gonna be any different than Fred, because they both are not creative sort of midfielders. They are just like, give us the ball, we'll pass it along. That's it. They don't have footballing brain. As far as Scott McTominay and Fred is concerned, I don't think so they have a footballing brain. So you can't just expect that they're gonna play a attacking midfielder role and they're gonna play it brilliantly like Kevin De Bruyne or Bruno Fernandes. I mean, these are great players, and Fred and McTominay are just assholes. But still, that was a very disappointing and weird decisions by eriktenhag. And I'm gonna take this defeat as a chin. Everyone who was thinking that Man United won 4 games in a Premier League in a row, and they defeated Liverpool and Arsenal in that streak. I always said this, even last night when I did that press conference reaction video, I said this: play for Man United, because I know this eriktenhag is over there to make a rebuild. He's not. He never got those tools. He never got those players who he wanted right back in May. So you can't blame eriktenhag. Okay, he got Anthony in around 100 million. He got Eriksen, Malacia, and Casemiro. He wanted these players in May, June. You gave these footballing stars, definitely, but this was a very chaotic transfer window. Nobody can say this was a very good Man United window. Definitely, we signed some very good players, but this was a very chaotic and messy transfer window by Man United. Anthony should have been here in June. Casemiro should have been here in. Nobody was in for Casemiro. Nobody was in for Anthony. So what was the delay? Nobody was in for Eriksen. Nobody was in for Malacia. So why was there a delay? Why couldn't we sign these players in July in the preseason? So this is a very disappointing thing to say. This is a very disappointing thing to blame Ronaldo or Casemiro or David De Gea or eriktenhag, that he is not that good. He's lost his tactical edge, or he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just trying some players out. He's rotating the squad. He can't play every single week in, week out those 11 set of players. He needs to play Harry Maguire. He needs to give Varane a rest. Varane is not a 23-year-old lad. He needs to give Varane a rest from Premier League, because we all know Premier League matches are very competitive, and that is a hard truth to swallow, because Man United doesn't have depth. Man United depth is like Scott McTominay, Victor Lindelof, Phil Jones. I mean, I have no idea how Phil Jones has survived another transfer window. That's a big joke for Man United, but let's not talk about him. And as far as last night's game is concerned, I'm gonna take it on my chin. We didn't deserve to lose that game. Definitely, that wasn't a penalty. Of course, we couldn't create anything, so I think that should have been a draw. That should have been a 0-0 draw. Maybe we could have scored. Maybe we could have done anything about it, because we had another 20 to 30 minutes in the game. But like I said, there was no creativity in the midfield, and once Christian Eriksen was substituted, there was no assist. There was no breakthrough process to Bruno Fernandes or Anthony or Ronaldo. So you can't blame the front three. You can't blame the attackers. You just have to take it on the chin, and you need to trust eriktenhag process also, because the way I see it, he's gonna take at least 2 to 3 transfer windows, and then he's gonna do what he wants to do. Because just remember this: when he was at Ajax, the philosophy he was installing in those players was at least 60 to 70% possession and 10 to 12 shots on target. Man United aren't doing that at this moment. these players are not capable of doing that every single game. So you need to be patient. You need to trust Ten Hag's process, because this is a rebuild. Definitely we won 4 games in a row, but definitely there will come a time we will lose 2 to 3 or 4 games in a row. This is not about Man United being on the top again. This is Man United just rebuilding, and trust me, if we reach top 5 or top 4, that's gonna be the biggest achievement these players could achieve in this Erik Ten Hag's first campaign. I'm not blaming Erik Ten Hag for last night's performance, although I don't accept some of the decisions he made, substitutions he made, but still, last night's defeat, I'm gonna take it on my chin and accept what the weird VAR decision was made by the referee, and that costed us. For me, that VAR decision costed us, not the players. I still believe and support Cristiano Ronaldo, David De Gea, Casemiro. These players are legends, and these players did everything they could. These players have gave their sweat. They tried whatever they could. You can't blame them. And even I hate Harry Maguire. I think he's just a piece of turd with a big head. But still, I'm not blaming Harry Maguire, because there is some fault in his stars, because whenever he plays, we lose. He has played in 3 games, we lost all of them. He couldn't. He was on the bench in 4 games, and we won all 4 of them. So maybe there is some fault in his stars. But I'm not blaming Harry Maguire for the last night performance, because Harry Maguire didn't play that bad. Of course, it's his nature to play in the in the back line and defensively, because he can't play up the high line, because he can't run. But still, I don't blame Harry Maguire. Last night we didn't deserve to lose. We actually deserved to draw that game, because we couldn't create anything. The midfield was stagnant. So I could say that we didn't deserve to lose, but yeah, we did deserve to have a draw at least. But it's okay. It's just a 1 game. There's still 5 more games for the Europa League, and I'm pretty much confident about that. We're gonna walk this group. There won't be any other team who's gonna challenge us. And Real Sociedad just got lucky. Real Sociedad, David Silva, and I told you in the last video, somebody should tackle David Silva and move him out of the ground. That man shot deflected on our player's hand, and that costed us that penalty. So I was right. David Silva was the asshole. David Silva was the what do you call it? A leech, who tries to suck your blood out of your body. So anyways, we're gonna wrap this up, and I would love to do another video with the Man United news, if there is some news before our pre-match next match. Unfortunately, the press conference which was supposed to happen today has been cancelled, because rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth, she passed away, and in respect to that, they have cancelled the press conference, and I don't think so it's gonna happen anytime sooner than Monday. So whenever the next rumor or link up or any of the Man United news comes up, I'll upload a video. Until then, please take care of yourself, stay healthy, and have a good day. Bye bye.